Hey beautiful people, welcome to Solely Purposeful Saturdays. Pick a crystal to select your card reading. Hey beautiful people, it's your girl Shikima. I'm just stopping in for a quick reading for today's Solely Purposeful Saturdays. Pick a crystal to select your card reading. Today is, I hope everybody's having an awesome day today, BTW, before I do forget to mention. If you're not having such a great day, do just try to let the energies dissipate, because I can see that there is a lot going on for us today, guys. I can see that we go from the moon's going to be in Capricorn early throughout the day, right up until around about 8:13 to be precise, this evening, and then at 8:14 the moon goes into Aquarius. So we go from the cardinal sign, the cardinal earth sign of Capricorn, which is the 10th house energy connected to Saturn, and we then move to the 11th house, which is Aquarius, and Aquarius is ruled by Saturn and Uranus, and Uranus is very much an unpredictable sort of energy when we think about that in the astros. So it is going to be all about unpredictability, and it's almost like you're going to be hoping for the best, but just prepare for whatever does show up, because it's just going to be very, very much about what spirit has in mind for us today versus what our ego may be subjected to focus on based on what we personally desire of the situation. But I can see that we are getting a lot of triggers for today in terms of personal activations. The moon is going to be triggering our calves, ankles, shins and anchovies when it goes into Aquarius later this evening, which is all about lower leg sort of path shifts, and it basically just means that we're going through a process of purging our root chakras and activating those. Whilst the moon is in Capricorn for the most of the day, the organs being impacted, as I mentioned before, are the backbone, joints, knees, skin and hair. So we're going through crown chakra and aura activation, so it's going to be very, very important. We're going to be going through a cleanse of our aura first and foremost, so that we can realign our focus and our path, and then our root chakra is going to be integrating into that newness of our auric field. So just be mindful how you're navigating through the process of the energies of today. Okay, going straight into everything for us now, guys. I can see at the bottom of the deck of the tarot we've got again the Queen of Swords, and it's interesting because this already showed up for us on Thursday's reading, but we're really just going through a process of getting a spiritual recovery from being a little bit cold-hearted, being a little bit bitchy, emotionally unstable, being selfish, just really learning how to be a little bit more grounded, a little bit more calm, a little bit more emotionally mature, emotionally reserved, a little bit more emotionally present, because we have a tendency to kind of like regress into our childlike states of ourselves when we go into like this cold-hearted version of ourselves as a coping mechanism, as a sort of instinctual protective mechanism. But the divine guidance for us as well, whilst we're sort of navigating through the energies, is to answer the call. Okay, what is your soul calling you to do, guys? Really just take an opportunity to sort of go into that place and think about, if you weren't afraid, what would you do? You know, the universe is asking us to leap first so that the universe can catch us, and we're on a double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity at the same time. So we kind of just have to be mindful of the work that we're doing as we navigate our way through. So going into the first crystal, guys, we've got all sorts Himalayan salt crystals for us here today, because we're going through a cleanse, if you guys can't tell. And you guys, for those of you that chose crystal number 1, you had the most cards out of all of the cards as far as tarot, but you only had one oracle guidance. So that in itself is a little bit, you know, means that you can actually, the issue is fairly easy to resolve-ish. You are going through a process of a spiritual transition from what I can see with the situation. So your investments in the past has been to really be able to bring harmony to the situation, to be able to bring that happy family into alignment, and really just allow for things to be in true alignment with your values. But I can see that you're completing a cycle with that. You're completing a cycle of like an imbalance in your work and personal life, because you wanted this happy family, but you were spending so much time working all the time. Were you really being able to bask in the happy family that you were hoping for, because you weren't necessarily spending the time being present in the environment there, because you were busy not having a good balance with your work and personal life? I can see as well, because again your emotions are scattered all over the place, and you're trying to be practical about your finances, trying to be practical about your work situation, but it's not necessarily working in your best favor, because I can see moving forward you're being a little bit naive, and you may find yourself being stuck in the past and carrying a lot of guilt for all the things that you missed out on as far as family situations and circumstances because of your overcommitment to your work circumstances versus not being able to have a personal life. So do just be mindful as you're navigating your way through the energies, guys. The advice for you guys, from what I can see here as well, is Imrama, where are you being called to journey to? Okay, give yourself an opportunity to do things differently so that you don't necessarily have to continue down this path if it's something that is really just not allowing for you to make the most of your energy, because I can see that some of you may be exhausted trying to do everything and not feeling accomplished in anything as a result. Okay, all right, for those of you guys who chose crystal number 2, let's see what Spirit's guidance is for you guys. So you guys are fairly simple. You're going through a process of hopelessness. You've got a major arcana, so the way that you feel is going to be very, very important. You're going to be going through your shadows, but you're going through the shadows so that you can go through a transformation. Things are actually changing at a cellular level for you. And when this card came out, at the bottom of the Oracle Guidance deck, it was basically talking about being the High Priestess. So you're being transformed into the High Priest or Priestess of the true nature of who you are and the work that you're here to fulfill. Don't let the shadows distract you too much. Definitely go into the shadows so that you can process them, so that you can understand what those darkest parts of yourself is trying to tell you about your current experience at the minute. But you'll be able to transmute them, you'll be able to alchemize them, and things are really sort of giving you an opportunity to go through a process of very deep healing and cleansing so that you can shift the dynamics of your DNA more so than anything else. Okay, so that was the divine guidance for you guys who chose the second crystal. For those of you guys who chose the third crystal, for you guys, the cards that we had for you guys, interestingly enough, were actually the cards that popped out on Thursday's reading. So you guys were the ones specifically that Thursday's reading was really sort of for and about. So you guys, from what I can see, you are at the point where you are just in rest mode, or have been in rest mode in the past, where you've just been not taking enough action. You've just been thinking about what you need to do, contemplating on what you needed to do, to the point where you may have procrastinated on certain things. And because you're kind of being forced at the minute to bring certain things into manifestation, there's a lot of self-doubt. There's a lot of refusing to look at yourself in the present situation. I think by looking at yourself in the present dynamics of the situation that's where you're going to be able to find the biggest blessings for yourself, to be fair. Moving forward, again, like I said, it really is just a case of crying over spilt milk. I can see that there's a lot of grieving, there's a lot of sorrow, there is a lot of not necessarily looking at what you do have, because you're busy looking at what you had and what you've lost and how it is making you feel. You're just living in a place of doubt, basically, beloveds, and Spirit is giving you an opportunity to see the beautiful stream of, you know, opportunities that is flowing in its way to you. The Oracle guidance for you is to really think about what has lit you up in the past. Really go back to those places within yourself and consider those things. And in the present moment, just know that your path is being divinely guided, because moving forward, your vibration will rise and you will come to realize that you are the Oracle. You are the person that is narrating your own experience here on earth, and you do have the answers, and you do have the ability to be able to bring forth to yourself that which you intend to say. But it is a process, so you kind of just have to be mindful of that as you navigate through everything. But I can see that, you know, for the most part, it's just giving you an opportunity, like I started off the reading, to just answer your soul's calling. What is your soul calling you to do, guys? Okay, and take an opportunity to move forward in that direction, because there's definitely some changes taking place in your life at the minute, and Spirit's just asking you to be open to the process as this takes place for you. Okay, because it's divinely guided. Okay, I'm gonna love you guys and leave it there for you guys. As per usual, beloveds, I'm sending you guys nothing but love, light, and positive intentions for the journey ahead. If you guys haven't already done so, definitely be sure to check out the link in my bio. That way you guys can connect with me for personal readings, shadow work, mentorship sessions, awesome products like these candles, oils, incense, gift sets, with Christmas sort of coming up as well. Blessed creative projects and products that I do are definitely a good gift, I guess, to sort of consider. Okay, I'm gonna love you guys and leave it there for you guys anyways. Utilize the very same link to connect to my other social media channels, and I will see you guys on those avenues as well, beloveds. I will see you guys in the next video. Ashe, and God bless. Take care, guys. Mwah. That's all, folks. Thanks for watching. See you next time.